I am Kodili-nye. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are watching this video from. It's a glorious morning over here. The weather is not too bright because it's a winter season. Lots of rain, wind, and the trees are giving out all these payloads, the leaves. In order to survive, it's very important for sometimes to make some additional sacrifices in order to survive. New subscribers, you are welcome to the family. Returning subscribers, you are all welcome. And we are on the march again. And we are on the march. Let me brighten it because the weather is not pretty bright today. It's a bit gloomy, but from a gloomy situation, we can always turn it around to a pleasant one and a beautiful one. Even from a difficult situation, you can always turn it around. It's just down to your plans, your mission and determination. And that's why we are here. And I highly appreciate all your effort to support us in this journey to change the narrative around the world. Today, we're gonna discuss about having business parks, establishment of business park in Anambra State. With the youth empowerment, the government should go further than just empowering the youths, but also having places that are developed as business parks in major cities of Anambra State, Nigeria. For the fans that don't understand, we are doing this based on requests to help to deepen the development goals in Nigeria, which has suffered a lack of development over the years and incompetency in leadership on every levels of Nigerian affair, with selfishness being the name of the game, and many people were left in a serious mess. So I am Kodili-nye. This is me. I am Kodili-nye. We are going to discuss today. We are going to, wherever you are joining this video, get your pen and pencils and note some of this thing. Our discussion today is centered on building business park in Anambra State. Business parks in Anambra State. Recently, the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, the erudite professor of economics and former central bank governor, was talking in a function, and he talked about turning around the ugly houses in Onitsha by the law that is actually in the House of Assembly at the moment, that will mandate the owners of this building or the landlords to periodically paint their houses so that it will not be looking like ancient etiquette or very dirty and ugly, so that people, the city of Greater Onitsha and Anambra State major cities will look at least something of 21st century. So, and it was a great idea which we've been advocating for a long time. I've been saying this in many discussion forums for this some sort of action to happen. But this action cannot benefit much if necessary things are not put in place to get it up and running and to benefit the local economy. I will give you an example. In UK here, the government of United Kingdom deliberately awards do some major infrastructural projects. The aim of this is employment, technology transfer, and increasing the potency of the economy. And by so doing, a lot of people that has no training on certain development projects will be trained, and within the duration of this project, not only that they will be trained, they will become self-sufficient and will be able to increase the economic growth. These are some of the deliberate actions they take up here in order to develop the economy. So that's why sometimes you see them taking loans in order to create employment. They may target something like 50,000 employment and other things are associated with it. Remember, when they start doing this thing, what will happen is that basically the economy expands and increases the capacity. And that's why most of the time you hear people running from many countries of the world going to UK, because they keep on expanding their economy by a deliberate action of the government. And this has helped so much because by doing this is a masterstroke, economic masterstroke. But the reverse is the case in Africa, in Nigeria, and some of the third world countries, where because of ignorance and selfishness, the people in power doesn't actually think so. But we are going to discuss exclusively within the next 20 minutes about this. So we're going to use nature as a point of reference of this. So in repainting houses, you need paints, you need the chemicals. So, and you need the painters, you need the supervisors, you need there are a lot of other people that will be involved in this. So now, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has actually started the process of empowering the youths. But empowering the youths with money is good, but creating a bigger economy is another thing. So how you can create a bigger economy that will last for years, is now you have empowered this youth. Now, for instance, about this painting issue of these houses in the city, like the city of Onitsha, the government should go ahead in Onitsha area, create a business park. This business park will be set up by the government, and it will have a lot of space for production of paints. So you will get something like 1,000 youths or 2,000 youths and train them on how to make paints, on how to make paints, on how to make paints. I believe you get me. So in that business park, the business park will be made in such a way that it has a place for storage, a place for production, and a place of sampling the goods, paint. I'm just using paint as an example, as a point of reference. So now those 1,000 people will be trained on paint production and how to mix the chemicals, how to paint houses, and now a business park is founded for them. Now, by that business park, the business park will have something like 1,000, 1,002 space for the production. So now government will give them the seed money and help them to get the necessary chemicals to start their first production. And their first production, the government will also buy all of them for this process of repainting of the houses in the city or in Anambra State. So by doing this, what happened is this: this industry, this small-scale industrialists are starting a good footing or a good foundation. So this is a greater empowerment. A greater empowerment. And this, like this house now, let's say this house is a business park, and it's like a line up like a factory or industry, production area, 1,000 of it, space, business space, where they produce, where they store chemicals and all those things, and where they have also a training ground. I'm not actually saying it should be only paint, but I'm just using paint as an example, that in paint and the mixing of other chemicals and other chemicals for housing sector or housing industry, you now immediately created 1,000 or 1,200 small-scale industrialists, and with necessary skill, not only painting, knowing how to do paint, but also painting and other chemicals, derivatives. And you know, this small-scale industry site, there will be suppliers of necessary ingredients in paint making. Some of the raw material can be found in Anambra State. Now you see how the whole thing starts to expand. The raw material will be supplied to them. Some of them are actually in Anambra State, and some might be gotten from other states in Nigeria, and a few of them gotten abroad. But most of the raw material for paint production can be sourced through in Nigeria locally. So now suddenly you are expanding the economy of the state, and suddenly you are actually empowering people with greater skill and also creating markets. So now the government buy the first, second or third batches of their production. Now this first and second, third batches of their production will now be given to most of these estates and landlords and business owners to repaint their place at a subsidized rate. Government can actually give it out at a flat rate that is a little bit cheaper than the market. So this will encourage the people to actually participate in this economic growth. So now the government has made a law. Maybe, for instance, every 6 months or every year you have to repaint your house. So now that industry keep on developing and developing. Like you see, some time ago, the British defense industry was having issue because there is little wars going on and little order for war machines. And you know, some of the staff are being laid out. So suddenly there was war in some areas, and they start signing contract front and back. And the defense industry is expanding in America in this thing. You see how they deliberately create these industries. You know, so it's a deliberate action. The government should be the main, not just encouraging the establishment of industry, but should also, by their actions and their deliberate policy, expand the economy by this process. So let me give you an example. If they start this 1,200 paint producers or chemical producers in Onitsha by starting this business park, and this business park suddenly blossomed. Remember, that's me. Remember, we are here to get you solutions how to empower and expand the economy. That's what we are here for, and that's what we've been doing. We are not just criticizing constructively, but we're also showing a pathway to economic growth. And this is not a rocket science, as I normally say. This can always be done if the government at all levels are proactive. We are talking about building business park in Anambra State, using Onitsha as an example. Using this recent declaration or announcement by the governor of Anambra State of law that is being sent to the House of Assembly to mandate the house owners to start to paint their houses periodically. And we discuss about how to use this to expand the economy and increase the economic potentials of the state, and also to reduce the unemployment, which is massive in Nigeria at the moment, and also to create or deepen the locally made goods and to help them to market their goods. So we're seriously advocating for business park, and this business park can be established based on this and other things as well. So now we are working on Onitsha having a 1,000 space business park, or 1,002, and with 1,000 to 1,002 youths trained on how to produce paints. And when this thing is done, suddenly every place brightens. Every place brightens like this. See how this house is brightens. The life of many brightens, and their economy brightens. Their ability to be independent brightens. The economy brightens. The government make a lot of revenue, and within the 1 year or two, you can see new industries coming up there. And remember, in that place, the Anambra small scale business agency, the ASBA, that give loans, or the back-on industry, will be established there, near there, that will bring the loan that they will use to buy the necessary things they needed for the production of these paints and other allied chemicals. So now, and the training facility is done there that will train them. They are producing paints, they are producing other chemicals, so they will and the training area also is provided. So and the warehouse as well, where they have a warehouse facilities, and this will actually change the narrative, and it will also bring economic or technological transfer, and it will help to build proper wealth. When we mean proper wealth, not a wealth without any enterprise or any skill, but a lifelong skill and enterprise, an industry that will continue to blossom, that some of them will, in 5 years or 6, will be turned into big industries as they start to expand. Think about that. In the greater Onitsha area, it's hundreds of thousands of houses, and if it's meant that these houses has to be painted every year or every 2 years, you know that this is a cash cow. It's a big cash cow to any economy, and this is a win-win situation, because it will actually create massive job opportunity and skill to the people, to the local people. So now you have basically taken 1,000 or 1,002 out of the unemployment market, and suddenly the people has now been empowered, and the economy start to grow more and more. So business park is a potent weapon to use in economic development, economic impact, positive impact. It is very, very important to look at this scenario where the governor will look into this. And this is one of the things I've been advocating, because Onitsha, Greater Onitsha, Greater Onitsha city is very, very vast. Although many markets were built there, but what is lacking is the business park, because these markets need something to supply, need a production line to keep on supplying them that is within the area, not the one that you are sourcing from far away, so that the jobs will be retained in the city, so that the city will keep on growing economically. You know, you hear about German machine, you hear about Germany, you hear, this is what Germany was doing. In UK here, they have this system in the past, and it has continued to envelop. So Onitsha, we are using this to, you know, talked about, we are using paint industry as one of the way to do. But the other things we can set up in Onitsha should be having, if you have 64 markets in Onitsha, if you have over 60 markets in Onitsha, so it means that you need to set up not less than 100 business parks, making it that business park that will have between 100 and 1,000 establishment. It should be in line. It will be like a production line. It should be built like a production line, whereby every area of it is you know, it's like built like this building here, long and huge. So instead of building just markets that is just exchanging goods without the production line, it's very important to build business park. And immediately government start to do that, you see private individuals will be licensed to build business parks. In Onitsha, you have many multiples of business parks. Some of them will be on shoemaking. The Nkwele shoe stuff should be expanded in a way that it will be like a business park, not just a market, but where you produce all those shoes and market it. And the more you have business park, the ability to the economy become not only self-sufficient in some key goods and services, but it will also help to increase the ability to export vital goods abroad, because as they start producing, the more they produce, the more the other avenue of exporting these excess goods will be explored. So if they build that, where they will actually build also where they produce soap, that one can be built like another 1,000 people. Where you produce soap, you can build like a building like this with a large 1,000 capacity, where the soap will and detergents will be cleaning stuff will be produced, and you have already started an economic revolution which is not known in Nigeria. Remember, why I'm suggesting these things is because I do believe that our state of Anambra and the Greater Onitsha should be bigger than this if a deliberate action are done. Something similar to a revolution. Not just talking about every year campaigning, I will build the road, I will build this, I will build that. Why not empower thousands Why not empower people? Why not expand the economy so that the economy will start to take over the burden the government has been trying to alleviate? Because if you empower the economy and the economy start to produce the necessary thing that will help to expand, what will happen is that basically the unemployment level will completely go down, and immediately what you see is that the government will now have to spending most of its time in collecting massive revenue within 2-3 years to 5 years, and the revenue will quadruple. That the government will now be able to be building better facilities, health facilities, and a lot of things, because the population are gainfully employed and with vital skill, and many of the population will be financially independent. They don't need to depend on government anymore, because that era is gone. That side has been sorted out. So it's very important for the government. We are crossing the road. Sorry about the noise. So it's very important for the government to look at getting this thing done. And once it's done, it will actually create an economic escape route for many people, and also increase the revenue potentials of the state. Sorry about the noise. We are actually near the road. Sorry about the noise. So we are talking about this business park. It's very, very important that Soludo administration should look into this. I know that Soludo had lived in England or London, and his chief of staff, Ernest, has lived here also. I do believe that he needs people that are serious about economic development, the people that will actually give him the advice that will increase the economy of the state. So, and to reduce more all those people that are hangouts, those that doesn't actually bring much to the table. But good advice, which you can see the immediate impact, is what he needed. I know that some of the time when people get into government, a lot of praise singers and sycophants surround the person, and at the end of the time, what happened to Sir Willie Obiano, where a lot of people were praising him, telling him all the roads in Anambra State are very good, are built, that he's doing marvelous, he's doing miracles. But when he left power, I think he was in the television seeing the mess everywhere that he left behind. I think wherever he is at the moment, he will be saying, oh, if I have known, I would have done this, I would have done that, but it's too late. So, Professor Soludo, a candid advice, a wise counsel is this: look into this. I might not be one of those people you might reckon to advise, or people of importance or political heavyweights, but these are simple advice and simple suggestions that is a win-win situation, and will also make you very popular, and in the years to come, people will remember you. Okpara Samu Mbakwe, and Okpara of Imo and the Eastern region, up till now, their name are still being remembered, how they turned Imo State and the Eastern region around with a lot of industries within a short time. These people did not stay for long, but they know what they want, and they have the around them, people that give them advice, not the praise singers, and they were able to turn around the economy, building a lot of production line, which up till now in Nigeria, no politicians have ever come closer to doing what Sam Mbakwe or M.I. Okpara did. So thank you. I don't know where you're watching from. Thank you very much for joining us. Remember to subscribe. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share. Share it around so that the government officials will see this, especially Chukwuma Soludo, and he will see that and start to do the needful. We discussed about business park, building business park, using what Soludo recently said about painting of houses. And thank you very much. I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Bye. I am Kodili-nye. Bye.